November last 2019. I was very sick still. I was very sick also, but I was very scared. Hey, I'm losing a lot of weight. We've been talking. He always motivate me. But one day he just said, okay, we'll do a prayer. He showed up at 4 a.m. in the morning at my house on a winter where he's also suffering. So he came and did a prayer for me at his house when he was suffering. And that shows his amount of compassion to people, his friends and family. And it's something that I can never forget. He's a legend. We all are should be proud of be living live with him, and he's going to continue to live in his spiritual presence. Will be always present to elevate us. Already attained mukti, and we will try to emulate him and follow his footsteps, lead a peaceful life that he has always been. And will be remaining my captain for war for war for war for his soul attention.
Next one, I would like to invite US coordinator Murli Srinivasan. Be blessed by divine. Sky Professor Murli.
Be blessed by the divine. Dear all, we are gathered here under a very difficult circumstance to mourn the loss of our friend Arulnadi Sivakumar Srinivasan, founder and master in charge of the Virginia Sky Meditation Center. We all knew him in so many different ways. Some of us as a kind father, loving husband, beautiful son, as a community service volunteer, and as a leader. Personally, my last interaction with Siva, I remember, I look back, it was when I had called him to discuss the need to help a visiting professor. She was trying to conduct a Kayakalpa course in the Virginia area. I remember when she needed the books, Shiva, without any hesitation, without even thinking for a moment, said, I will drive and deliver those books to your home. And such was his commitment that I remember in serving, helping anyone, and in particular in serving Vedatrium. To be able to establish a Sky Center in the USA and to run it and do service for the community, it requires a great amount of personal sacrifice and a balanced sense of duty towards self, family, and the community. Shiva exemplified those character traits, and we all know that his loss cannot be easily compensated. But we should cherish his memories and be inspired by the example that he showed us. During these trying times, let us offer our heartfelt condolences, full support and love towards Shiva's family. Let us also continue on the path of the great service that he showed us all. To our friends in the Virginia Sky Center who are grieving the loss of a very dear friend, all the USA Sky Centers and families share this great loss and stand as one with you. Please do not hesitate to tap on our shoulders for any duty that we can perform to honor Shiva's memory. Be blessed by the divine. Thank you.
Be blessed by divine. Next one, Gopal to invite, but I don't think so. Gopal is not joined. Let me call Arulanandaya, Senior Professor Arulanandaya.
Be blessed by the divine. My dear friends, it is really very sad to know that one among the masters was doing a very great service. As we knew from many friends, could not continue his service. However, as our friends have already expressed their view, I can also join with all our friends who have assembled to pay homage or tribute to our Professor Siva. We go on blessing his family members and do our best to support the family may also. Of course, our Sky USA coordinator, Professor Murali, as well as all the joint coordinators have been doing very great service in several ways. And our friend, Assistant Professor Mahendran Perisami is also in Washington, has been with Shiva's family to console them, and also has issued a message in the evening about how we can just support his family. Even though I had the opportunity to go to Virginia in 2012 to inaugurate another center, I think, I was invited by Arunidhi Jagannathan, son of our late senior professor R.M.J. Ramanathan, once the president of Madurai, WCC Madurai zone. Of course, I had the opportunity to start with a speech on family peace, and even on the first day, about 30 persons got initiation. And next day, that is Saturday, and Sunday, we had about 30 to 40 aspirants to undergo Kayakalpa course, and many are only even from Delaware also came to assist in this course. It was actually inaugurated in our assistant professor Sri Devi's home, I think. And I don't know, of course, I was told by assistant professor Sri Devi that Siva was also very active during the inauguration. Even though I don't have personal contact, I'm really very much excited to know about him from friends who are very close to him. Due to some reason or other, he could not continue his service. It is a great loss, not only to the family, but also to the Sky family of USA. So let us continue to bless the family members to lead a healthy, peaceful life and do whatever you can do, in whatever way you can support the family as initiated by our Sky USA coordinator, as well as our assistant Professor Mahendran Perisami and other friends. So we will do our best. So what all we can do, we'll do. So my hearty, thanks to Senior Professor Balachandran sir, who has written as a message that he visited the place or inaugurated place, I don't know, in 2005 itself. So that's why I also suggested that it would be quite fitting if our Senior Professor Balachandran conducts this meditation. So he has come here. So with my hearty regards to Senior Professor Balachandran, Senior Professor Jayanti Amma and family members, I conclude my speech with my kind appeal to all those We have got love and affection on Siva's family members to do our best in whatever way we do to support his family members so that they can have some confidence that they can also live a very good life even after passing away of our dear friend Siva. Thank you all. Be blessed by the divine.
Next, I kindly invite Senior Professor and Foreign Coordinator Balchandraya and Jayanti Amma.
Be blessed by the divine. May the whole world enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace. It was a shock to hear that our dear friend is no more with us. It took quite some time to absorb this. I can understand the feelings of Mrs. Shiva, Chandrika, and the children. A dear sister and the children, you are not left alone. We have an entire huge family around the world to be of support to you. We recollect after Swamiji's Samadhi at the instance of Dr. Shan, we visited, I think, in 2006. And in the Virginia area, it was Shiva who took the initiative to start a center. As Murli informed, to run a center and to keep it running and having more centers and then be attracted to children is a great, it's a very difficult thing in USA. And we have done it. And in such a soft way that even when I talk about him, my voice becomes soft. That is the impact he had on everyone. We'll definitely be missing Shiva. But Swamiji said that when he has gone, he will be with us. Exactly like Shiva also, he may not be physically with us, but in spirit, he will be with us and he will be continuing this journey. In this instance, of course, we'll be doing Atma Shanti meditation. And that is, the Atma Shanti meditation is to elevate this soul and become one with the universal energy, which he must be already there, and also to give support to the family. We'll be doing that later after all of us have given that, shared our condolence message. I remember in one of the very tragic situations of Maharishi, when he was living in a hut, voluntary poverty, and even the hut was thrown away because of a tornado. So Swamiji and family had to leave that place and sit in the next house and see that whole hut is being thrown away. At that time, Swamiji sits down and writes a poem. His wife was so annoyed. She said, "What are you doing here at this moment?" He says, "The God is speaking to me." And he has written a poem. I'll tell it to you because these are such tragic situations. And then God, the message sent to him through a poem. I will repeat it now. இயற்கை என்ற பேராட்டக்காரனுக்கு என்றும் எல்லா ஜீவன்களும் எடுத்தாடும் காய்கள் பெயர்த்து இடம் மாற்றி வைப்பான் பீத்தறிவான் அருள்வான் பிழையென்று தீர்ப்பளிக்க பிறந்தோர் யார் பேருலகில். Just to translate for those who don't know Tamil, to God, divinity or nature, who is a great player. At all times, every living being is just a pawn. He will move them from one place to another, take them away, will grace them anytime. Who is there in this world who can judge his action as wrong? So if the divinity has done something, it must be for a greater cause. Again, Swamiji says that when a door is closed, Christ has said, if the door is closed, another door is open. But Maharishi slightly modifies it. Only after opening a door, this door will be closed. So he has gone to a better place. Similarly, the family should absorb it, that already a door is open. And let Chandrika ji and children be somehow getting over this. And that may be a very important turn in your life if it is taken positively. And as I told you once again, you are not alone, all of us are there. Just to finish with Bhagavad Gita, Vasansi Jirnan Yatha Vyaya. All of us know that. Just like the old cloth, we remove it and put on the new cloth. Similarly, when a living being leaves this body and enters a new body to continue the journey. Already the children are our own continuity of both of them, husband and wife. The children are a continuity, so we are able to see them in their faces. So we will continue it and let the divinity and Guru give us the strength to bear this irreparable loss. Thank you.
Be blessed by the divine. May the whole world enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace. You were all telling about Shivaji, such a soft person, always smiling. We used to hear this proverb, "Agathin alagu mugathil theriyum." The face is the index of the mind. So he had so much good thoughts, so it all reflected in his face. He used to move with everybody, such a loving person. So we are able to feel the loss. I know how much Chandrika ji and her children will be feeling. He used to move with everybody politely, and when we visited twice to Virginia, both the time he looked after us very well, and then he invited us to his home. We had a wonderful time with all his family members and Sky members. And the second time, he was not able to attend the courses completely. So he used to come and visit us, because that time I think the second child was born. So he said he had to take care of the child. So when we visited Greater Falls, he just came there and then spent a half an hour time with us, so that we should not feel that we are left alone. We were with Vikram's family, but still, out of compassion and duty, he came there and spent time with us. It's a great loss to us and his family members. We all should support the family. Same time, the divinity and Guru should give strength to Chandrika ji and the children to bear this loss. He underwent, for the past 1 year, he underwent so much pain. I think he would have dissolved all his karmas. He must be with the divinity only, such a wonderful person. He had so much faith in Swamiji's teachings and set an example of whatever he followed. Again, we pray to Almighty to give strength to all of us and to their family members to bear this loss. Be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine.
Thank you, Amma. Next, I would like to invite Senior Professor Dr. Ilamurugan Ayya. Be blessed by the divine.
வாழ்க வளமுடன், வாழ்க வளமுடன். குரு வாழ்க, குருவே துணை. I pray Almighty to bless Shiva's family and all of us who are associated with him. We are all one family. It's a very great loss to our beloved Shiva's brothers family. At the same time, a very great loss to all of us. When I was first told about his illness, I requested to send his picture so that we can put him under our group meditation and bless him continuously, so that I confidently believed that miracles will happen and he will recover. I told our sky friends, I will definitely see him physically and I will be visiting US only to witness all your joy and happiness. It was shocking to me when I heard the physical disappearance of our beloved brother Shiva. That is how I normally call. As spiritual practitioners, we all know birth is only entry into the world to purify our karmas. So the moment the purpose of the soul's entry into this world is over, the soul automatically departs. Sickness, all other means are only reasons for the soul to live, because of our emotions. And as human beings, we couldn't digest the exit of the soul from the body. I have been continuously praying, and I will continue to pray for the health, happiness, harmony of our beloved Shiva's brothers family. I request all our Sky members in US to kindly continue to support Shiva's brothers family, so that they will not feel his absence. Let's not talk anything about his absence. We will cherish all the great memories. And every day in our meditation, when we do individually and in group, we will bless his family members and let them all gain great strength and continue in the journey of consciousness. Let God bless them. Let Swamiji bless them. Let our prayers be always with them. வாழ்க வளமுடன், வாழ்க வளமுடன், வாழ்க வளமுடன். Let his soul merge with the universal magnetism and completely dissolve and emanate very positive vibrations to all his family members and to us. Thank you. Be blessed by the divine. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Thank you, Ayya. Next, I would like to call Sky Professor Aruchelvi Amma. Be blessed by divine.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். May I speak in Tamil or is it
possible English, Amma? So,
okay? That's fine. That's fine. Okay. வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வளமுடன். குருவே துணை. Dear brothers and sisters, to be frank with you all, I had never had an opportunity either to meet Brother Shiva or to be in association with him at least. I haven't seen him, and I haven't talked to him also. But still, I feel I'm so connected to him because of you all, brothers and sisters, because you took the initiative of praying for him continuously and wholeheartedly, almost for about 48 days. You have all conducted Sarvavasya Dhanahashna Sankalpam for his speedy recovery, in which I had also had the opportunity of participating on one day. Maybe just it is one day, but I was able to feel all your feelings, how close you are with Siva, and the real feelings of you that he should come back from his coma state and he should be very active as normal, as Jayanti Akka narrated now so beautifully. His service, it can never be forgotten by anyone. So the Virginia Center itself has been founded by him, and even after that, the amount of service, not only service, see the way he had find his place in every one of us heart. I just think that's more important. It's not alone that we are teaching simplified physical exercise or meditation or Maharishi's teachings. It is about how we apply it in our own lives and how we are able to make a change in everyone who gets connected to us. So I feel that Siva has succeeded in that. And that is the reason today all of us are in this session remembering him. So truly, as Jayanti Akka put it very beautifully, he set an example. I feel that we all has to follow him as a role model and try to set an example to everyone. And of course, that's what our Guru Swamiji also wanted from us. So I feel that Siva has really attained the purpose of his life. So as Ilamurugan Anna put it, we all know the philosophy that it is a divine treatment, and God actually give death as a, it is not a punishment. Swamiji puts it like that only. It is not a punishment. Actually, it is a salvation to the suffering soul. So in that way, we have to be thankful to God that God has actually merged him with his divinity. But of course, it's a great loss, not only to us, even more great loss to his family. So as Ilamurugan Anna said, let us all support his family forever as we did all along. So I just pray Almighty for Siva's soul to rest in peace, and at the same time, let Almighty give strength to the family to come out of this great loss, and let us all promise to his family that we are there for them in their life. So with these few words, I just pray wholeheartedly for Brother Siva's family, and also friends. I know Sri Devi and all, she is very closely associated with him, and she just kept him as a role model. And even I too believed that he will be back and he will continue doing the service to our Guru Aruttande Vedatri Maharishi. So for such a mindset, it is really almost impossible to accept and digest the truth. But Swamiji always says that something has to be accepted. Even in our eradication of worry subject, we used to discuss. We have to accept. So this this also has to be accepted. And we had a famous proverb that which can't be cured should be endured. So we all have to endure this and let divinity give all of us the strength to bear this loss and also to support his family. So thank you very much. Be blessed by the divine.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். Thank you, Amma. I would like to invite West Coast Coordinator, Assistant Professor Gopal to give few words. Be blessed by divine.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். We are at a great loss with the loss of Siva, Srinivasan. Though I have not interacted directly with him, but I learned that he was my college junior. He's from the 96 batch of chemical engineering from REC, Trichy, and I was from the 91 batch. So I just learned that like 2-3 weeks back. I didn't know earlier to that. Wish I would have known that earlier as well. And I spoke to his brother like last week, and then I was trying to change the medical treatment to an Ayurvedic doctor who was here in Long Beach. But unfortunately, things turned to be not to progress in that way. And it was really a shock that he just left the physical body. And we know how much it is hard to start a meditation center ground up from coming with a suitcase and other family here and setting up a center by himself. It requires a great dedication and involvement with our Sky Yoga and Maharishi. So I really salute him for his great efforts in that aspect, and especially his family, who has been going through a lot of pain, and with so much courage and dedication for the last 1 year or so when he was bedridden. It's really amazing, and I really appreciate the family taking care of him beautifully until his last breath. So, and when I talked to my friend in DC, he was saying he conducts the Tamil classes there, and he says he comes like Shiva comes in to take yoga classes for the kids. Like there are 800 to 1,000 kids, they participate every week, and he's always ready to conduct the sessions for them. And a very dedicated soul, and it's a great loss for all of us in the US. And we wish gurus and divines grace and blessings will be there with their family, and I pray that his soul merges with the Almighty and lead us to do better services and more dedicated services to Sky. Yeah, with this few words, I'll conclude, and வாழ்க வளமுடன். வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Thank you, Gopal. Next, Senior Professor Dr. Ravindra Ayya, I would like to invite. Ayya is வாழ்க வளமுடன். Yeah, you can unmute, you can speak, Ayya.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Ayya. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வையகம். வாழ்க வையகம். வாழ்க வளமுடன். குரு வாழ்க. குருவே துணை. My dear friends, all of us are praying for Siva to attain the divine Armukti. But rarely I have met a realized soul. I don't have any words, because the kind of clarity he had, on sky and other things. I used to sit and discuss with him so deeply. Those unforgettable days. And it is irreparable loss to the sky and society, as well as to Chandrika and his children's. So the only thing what we can do is we need to morally support Chandrika, and Siva is in the form of his own son. You can see that he has left a benchmark how to be a good human being, more than a human being. That's what Siva is. As his name, so he is. That means I don't have any words. Like Rumi says, silence is the language of God. The rest and all is poor translation. So in silence, we can all pray and bless for Siva's eternal soul and for his family. May the divine guide us, protect us to take care of Siva's family. Be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine. Thank you. Thank you, Sandil.
Thank you, yeah, Walgolmudan. Now, Sky Professor Dr. Shan Lakshman, I would like to speak. Be blessed by divine.
Walgolmudan. In fact, it's a great loss of Shiva. I feel this as a loss of my own brother. Very closely connected, Siva. We tried to, first time he was, we know this news, so I had to travel from here. So the only thing he wanted to be hospitalized, immediately we wanted to go there to see what all we can do in terms of healing in that facility. So we stayed there for a week, taking exchange of, each person taking a turn. We stayed there, meditating all night. The whole idea was to, because there's no option for alternative medicine. So the only hope was to do the best with whatever we could in the given hospital, the situation. We did a lot, trying whatever we could, but COVID wouldn't allow many options. But what is more powerful than any other marma healing or other type of healing? Finally, is thought. There's nothing other than thought. So we, even as part of our Siddhaveda, we had a whole workshop conducted to just form a very clear thought wave where we can generate packets of thought from all different organizations, not just from Sky, but also from Valalar organization, Sai organization, all different organized Ramanas, all. So everybody can put that thought cloud in the thing and, we get healed. So the confidence was that this case would be healed, because somewhere the divine, we believe in that divine is also compassionate. That's one of the main thing, that divine is not just space, not answering our question, but it should be compassionate. That's our belief, and we started to work on that. But is divine not compassionate? The question came when we get this news. What happened? Siva was a practitioner. Everybody was people who have disease. We tell them that you have to practice yoga and other things, then you will not get disease. So a person who is practicing everything sincerely, and more than that, practice, without even practice, he has very good habits. Naturally, he doesn't get angry. He listens to people. He's open to everything. So then this kind of purity is there. What is happening? Why would the divine take this person away? So it's a very challenging question. It's not an easy thing to tell for people, because I know the amount of his brothers, his parents, and his family, Chandrika and kids, they have undergone the pain. There is no way we can answer this. But one thing, like there was a person who died, and God came, and his mother was crying, and God came. This God means physically, it's just a story. And God appears in front of the mother, and the mother says, why did you take my son? And God says that, remember, what did you ask when you were about to abort? So the mother, this was the fourth child, so she didn't want her to have this child. It was an accident. So she wanted to abort. And then she suddenly decides, to have this baby. And she now asks God, I was about to abort, I took all kind of medicines. But what if I get only at least 25 years? If you give me to at least 25 years of this life, I'd be very happy. And the God gave him 50 years, doubled the life. This person died in 50. So the God said, I have given double the life you asked. So why I'm telling this story is that divinity has a plan for everything. And that's as ordinary human beings, we always think about, we are scared about death. We think that this should be permanent, his life should be permanent. But if you look at great souls like Vivekananda, Swami Vivekananda, and Vallalar, Bharadiyar, they all lived only short life. The life is done, the purpose of that life, that soul is done. And that's how I think Shiva, his purpose is done. And that's left to the others to realize. And I was telling, we were organizing Atma Shanthi. Actually, this Atma Shanthi is already done, actually, for this soul, the amount of blessings that we did to bring back. The soul is very deep, and hope is along with us in the memories. Thank you.
Thank you. Next one, I would like to invite Magendran, Assistant Professor Magendran Ayya.
குரு வாழ்க, குருவே துணை. வாழ்க வளமுடன், வாழ்க வளமுடன். வாழ்க வளமுடன். Be blessed by the divine. At this important meeting, we miss our dearful master and a wonderful friend, Siva. He has lived such a useful and impactful life. Like one quote says, we all will be known forever by the tracks we leave behind. What sort of tracks we leave behind? How useful our life has been for the self, for the family, for the community around. Especially in Virginia, he has seeded the important seed, the sky, in the DC, Virginia, and Maryland area. And the kind of impact he has created through the children, conducting multiple workshops, weekly workshops for the children, by joining with the wonderful blessed souls here. And I've witnessed many times that kids used to enjoy his presence, the way he connect with them, the way even with adults. I haven't seen him with a raised voice. He used to connect with anybody who interacts with them so well. And he always adds value in one or other ways. If he could talk to anyone who interacted with him, he would have definitely put some seed, including myself, in a way that, how we could look beyond. What are the different things, we could do? He's a constant seeker, the truth seeker, I would say. And he has such fond love towards our dear Guru. And he also follows, reads a lot, and watches the kind of documentary right from all the various enlightened masters. That's why I see him as a realized soul. Whereas we could always see that the way we live our life, the way we think, the way we act, the way we talk to the people, we can know about their personality. And that way, like Siva has always been a good model for the people around. And he's very, very kind, soft-spoken. And we have spent lots and lots of time within this, last, I know him maybe some 5-6 years, not more than that. Very first time I saw him in, our master Sri Devi's home, in one of the satsangs, and later in Durga temple, and various satsangs, various stumps. And more than his words, his action speaks. That's how I have seen Siva. And he has been my colleague. He has been my friend, with whom just before he got admitted in the hospital, just a month before, not even a month before, we spent a real good time in an international trip to Mexico in a cruise with him. And many, many insightful discussions. We dearly miss him. Vedatri Maharishi says, ஆக்கத்துறையில் அறிவை செலுத்து, ஊக்கமுடன் உழை, உயர்வு நிச்சயம். And focus your consciousness, the total consciousness, towards the creativity, and work towards it. The greatness is just waiting for you. He has been so. உனக்கும் நல்லதாய், ஊருக்கும் நல்லதாய், நினைப்பதும் செய்வதும் நித்திய கடன். He has done it. I mean, almost till even in a phone call, I have been interacting with many souls, during this time, his college mates or the people who have been with him at his early times. How joyful life he has been, living. many people have lots and lots of, memories with them. And yeah, just for the, interest of time, I just wanted to just conclude with this few things. The art of giving is the real art of living. And the giving is not always about the material things. It's about the good thoughts we seed in people's lives. It's about the kind of energy we emit, the good vibration, we share. And we see him invisible now. We are not able to see his, like one saying says, like the body is invisible mind, mind is invisible body. And we see him visible through our mind, our thoughts, our actions. And yeah, he has been merged with the universe. And we look at, we cherish all the memories, he has left to all of us. And I'm sure the duty, whatever he has performed, is going to reflect in his family members, the wonderful children. If any of you have a chance, to interact with the Kirtana, his wonderful daughter, I'm going to interview her. She has lots and lots of memory about her dad, and we'll be sharing with with our Skype group also later. Yeah, so I just want to end with this small mantra while I was thinking about. I think it more relates with them. With that, I'll conclude. Sada 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 Sivam Shanta 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 Sivam Sada 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 Sivam Shanta 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 Sivam Shanta 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 Sivam Shakti Sivam Mukti Sivam. Thank you. Thank you. வாழ்க வளமுடன். வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
All well, madam. I'd like to invite Priyadeep from New Jersey.
Wow.
Priyadeep. All well. Thank you.
Thank you. This is a really very sad moment. We really did not expect this. Shiva for more than 10 years. Personally, I've met with him many times for sharing ideas about the sky development. Also, we had
Can you come close to the mic?
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, personally, I had connected with him many times for sharing many ideas on the sky development. Also have talked to him many times regarding the kids yoga program he was running successfully in Virginia. So we wanted to do the same thing in New Jersey too. So he has done a lot of stuff both in kids space as well as in the sky space. He's a very energetic person. He's a very charismatic, very enthusiastic, and always wanting to do more to the society. Had a very high ideals. I visited his home and he was very loving and hospitable. He's a person who easily connects with anybody. In fact, had a little thing. I mean, here, like Gopal said, I was also from REC Trichy, and he was also from the same college. So he had a more connection that way too. Even though I didn't meet him in the college, but the college resonates. Right? this is I mean, every one of us, I mean, and this most of us in this group have been praying for him continuously for last 1 year. I personally have been doing meditation every day and blessing him for his recovery specifically. We did also the Dana Krishna Sankalpam, the 48-day marathon, but all of this, we couldn't bring him back. This reminds us how fragile the life is. We all miss him. At the same time, we respect his soul's decision. All we can do is pray for his family during this tough time. He as a Sky family will try to make his dreams and visions come true. Be blessed by the divine. Thank you.
Thank you. I would like to invite the Bala and Priya. Sky, Professor Bala and Priya.
வாழ்க வளமுடன் வாழ்க வளமுடன். So what can I say? Shiva is a dear brother, guide, a teacher, a friend, and as most of you mentioned, he is a constant seeker. So he has been introducing to us a lot of great many yogis and teachers. He read many books and shared all this valuable experience with us. And we know that life is eternal. So Shiva, we know that you are free from your physical body, but we all miss you in your physical body. So I hope I heard from one of the professors in Aliar when I visited there after Swamiji left his physical body, that they cannot catch up to his speed, which was the speed of light after he left his body. So his working was so sped up. So he was driving each and every one of us in the speed of light, and the professors in Aliar, they were saying they couldn't catch up to what Swamiji wanted them to do on earth. So the same way, Shiva, you took a year-long meditative phase and you took a big astral travel, I think, and you have gained so much during that period, and you did not want to stay in this painful physical plane anymore. But we all hope and ask of you to guide us in your spirit form along with Swamiji. We're all here to take on your instructions, take on what you wanted to do on this earth plane and carry it as much as we can. So please stay with us and guide us along with Swamiji to do our best. Thank you, Shiva. Thank you for being everything for us. Thank you. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். Priyama. Next, I would like to invite Sundar. Sky Professor Sundar. Be blessed by divine. Yeah, இருக்கீங்களா?
Sundar, unmute.
Unmute. வாழ்க வளமுடன். Okay, I'll go for next one.
Yeah, வாழ்க வளமுடன். வாழ்க வளமுடன். Be blessed by the divine, dear friends. So my interaction with Siva started with the Sky, New Jersey formative stages, linking with Shiva, Virginia, with different programs which we are trying to do in New Jersey, multiple Skype programs in Edison, acupressure workshops. So between the sessions, Shiva used to interact on and discuss on different Vedatarian principles, and we can see his one affection to everyone. He truly believed on the Sky practices and the principles needs to be spread and needs to be shared and benefited to everyone. So one last memory recently, which I would like to cherish, I met him in North Carolina, in Boone. So there was a silent 3-day retreat program. He came along with his whole family, Chandrika and his children, on 3 days. So I could recollect the trail walk, night star gazing, early morning sunrise. We had some yoga session and things like that. So a lot of memories with Shiva. So Shiva is a great soul, and I believe with Shiva's energy will be divine along with Vedatri Maharshi. May the divine protect Shiva's family, and let's help Shiva's family, who is going to be part of our Sky family.
Thank you, Sundaraya. Next, I would like to invite Sri Devi. Amma, be blessed by divine.
Be blessed by the divine. I never thought I will be delivering a message like this to my friend, my well-wisher. Even I can say, my guru. If any transformation in me, if I really transform through spirituality, it's because of him. I don't know. Actually, how 12 years back, when I moved to Virginia, I was looking for someone who is practicing Sky. That time I reached out to our Rajashekharaya in Aliyar. He gave me the contact of Shiva. That time there was no center in Virginia, and I used to come to his house, and we both, and some of them used to do exercise and small satsang. Then after that, by the divine grace, everything has happened itself. The Virginia Center formed. So many senior professors came and interacted with us and gave a lot of wisdom to all of us. We all prayed for him to come back to join his family. But divinity plans in different way. As all of you said, he is with the divinity, and also he is within all of us. He finished his purpose, and we will emulate his footstep. And whatever each and everyone life, he impacted in many ways, and he gave us a lot of things to follow. I think I will follow his footstep. I'll follow his everything. That's what I'm taking from here. That's all. Thank you. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Next, I would like to invite Shankari Amma. Be blessed by divine.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். First, I want to thank everyone who are all reason for today's Atma Shanti, and also especially to all the senior professors who know Shiva and also who doesn't know Shiva. It itself proves that our friend Shiva is a very blessed soul. In the interest of time, I just wanted to say a few things. I had a deep thirst in me to find what is actually love and compassion. I was looking for that. I was searching maybe many paths. Even when in meditation, you would have felt we would have gone to the state where we would have crossed it, and that state we wouldn't feel anything. But if that state, what is alive on earth, if we want to feel that physically in every move and in every role he played in the life, in each and every role he played in his life, he's the best friend, he's the best life partner. Whoever has lived so far, he must be the best. And every single thing, even when serving to the society, and as a best father, whatever, only best brother, best son, and also who follows his guru's words, Vallalar and Maharishi, not just follow, he practiced every single opportunity he got, every single person he met. He showed that love and compassion. Now I only have one thing to take from him: acceptance. Accept each and every single moment as it is. Even the life, it's not to consume. We have to enjoy the life every moment. We don't have any freedom to just consume it the way we wish. But we have to honor or respect our presence on this birth. I now learned from him what is acceptance, love, and compassion. So my thirst, I have got an answer from that thirst. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Be blessed by the divine.
Be blessed by the divine, sister. Next, I would like to invite Shanmuga Priya. Amma, be blessed by divine.
வாழ்க வளமுடன், வாழ்க வையகம். Our beloved brother Shiva, and we really miss you. And for the days that you are in the hospital, I really thought we can somehow make you come back really soon. And I had so many things that I wanted to talk to you when you come here, because I was in fullest hope that you would be back really, really quickly with all the health. And for the time that you were away, we really, really missed you. And I never in my dreams thought that this day would come, like everybody said. But I know that you are at a place where really you wanted. You always talked about your favorite gurus and the Saktikalam and all the divine areas you have spread. You have spread into like this whole earth. Now wherever we go, I know we are spiritually connected with you, even though I really dearly miss your physical presence and your beaming smile that always makes my day. Every time I miss my family, I know you are always here, and you have always held our hands and hearts so tight and given us your fullest love at all the times, and you never failed to impart your greatest knowledge to our children and all the kids. So I want to thank you and show that I am really grateful. All this I wanted to say, Anna, as soon as you come back, I really wanted to say how much I missed you and how much I wanted to share that, with when you were not present, I really came to know how much you have done for us. You are an amazing soul. I really, you hold a special place in my heart forever and ever. And if you are here hearing this, I tell you, we love you like anything. You should know that. but I'm letting you go to your favorite place because that is where you wanted to be. Please bless us all and please give us your guidance to come away from this agony. We really miss you. Chandrika misses you. Give her your fullest support. Bless her, Kirtana, and mom, dad, all your brothers. They are all really, really blessed souls to have shared many years. And I really think we came in late, but nonetheless, you have given us your fullest love, and I have received, and I'm grateful for that. And if you are listening, uh, we want you to stay peaceful. And I tell you, we will take care as much as I can. We will be there for whatever we can here. So stay in peace. We love you. And I know that whenever we need you, I can feel your spiritual presence. And we love you.
Very cool, Sister. Be blessed by divine. All good one. Next to invite Pramod Ji. Be blessed by divine.
Hari Om, dear friends, Atma Swarupa, Bandhugana. In this divine communion, as we gather and we talk about our dear friend Shiva, I don't want to say I know him from so-and-so date and so-and-so time, because some relationships are not time-bound or body-bound or physical bound. From the first time I met him, I know him, it's a connection coming from many janmas. That's how relationships are. That's how connections are. The dimension at which we connect some souls that come into our life are special. Such was Shiva for me. You know, very deeply connected. We connect at the level of sadhana and sadhaka. That's all. There was not a topic that we discussed, including financial stuff, marriage stuff, children stuff. But more importantly, there is one thing that would predominate our conversations was deeper and deeper and deeper and exploration of spiritual topics. He's one of those guys I would talk every day. Every day in the lunchtime, either he would call me, I would call him. Every weekend we would meet. I would go to his home or he would come to my home. There was not a thing that was not a part of our discussions. See, when I think about him, it reminds me of a story, you know. A great debate once raged in heaven. It was over the most beautiful and precious new soul that Ishvara had created. The angels debated that what should be done with this soul. See, one group of angels demanded that this soul remain in heaven. It is too pure, too holy to face the ugliness of the lowly world, they said. Who knows what will happen to it in a world of temptation and evil? This soul must stay with us here. But the other group of angels said the exact opposite. Indeed, this soul glows with a unique divine glow. But for that very reason, it must go down to earth. For imagine the beauty and goodness this soul can bring to the dark world. What good is there in keeping such a soul in heaven? Let it descend to earth and shine the light there. And so they argued back and forth. each side unshakable in their view, until it became clear that they could not resolve this issue themselves. They needed a higher authority. Then it was brought to Ishvara's judgment. The angels stated their argument before the heavenly court. God listened to both the opinions. The first group of angels arguing that this unspoiled soul is too holy to be plunged into this low world. The second countering the world's need such pure soul, such souls more than anything. And then Ishvara responds, indeed it is sad to send such pure souls into such a dark world. But this is the Ishvara's will. I only created darkness so souls like this, one can transform darkness into light. The whole purpose of creation was that the lowly world be refined by the good deeds of mortal human beings. This cannot be achieved by souls in heaven. It can only be achieved through souls in bodies. And so, even this most perfect and pure soul must descend to earth. So that's what it is, my friends. You, me, we are all in that journey. We are all brought down here for a purpose. We connect. We resolute on the purpose of what we really need to do. And such was one such soul. You call him by name, you call him by a certain image. For me, it's not. It's not the name nor this form that mattered to me. It is the utmost deepest connection I share. So for me, when Kirtana after the funeral asked, where is Appa, Mama? I brought her outside and said, look outside. He's everywhere. He's everything. Just breathe. Just breathe. He's talking to you. And that's what I will say, my dear friends. So please don't miss him. Don't make it feel like he's gone somewhere. It's not. Just breathe. You will feel Shiva. So when a loved one passes away, we feel we have lost something precious. We are left with a gaping, hole in our heart. And we often wonder why they were taken away from us. But at the same time, we can be grateful for the very fact that they were given to us in the first place. We are blessed to have good friends. We should cherish such friendship. See, there is a huge difference between acquaintances and friendship. People don't know what is the difference. They mix it up. They think acquaintances are friendship. No, it's not. Friendship is way too precious, way too divine. A good friend, you have to do so much punya to get a good friend. They're not walking down the streets. You have to earn it. So not just for me, there are many people that Shiva was such a gift. The world is privileged to have such heavenly guests come down to earth. And even if it could be a short while, we can take whatever we can get from such valuable, sweet, beautiful, blessed friendship. And lastly, before I end, I want to say this much. In time, all souls will be reunited. Don't ever think you and I are permanent on this plane too. Know this much, that it's a brief speck of moments that we spend on this earthly plane. It's an experimentation. It's an opportunity to explore and experiment. So it's in time, all souls will be reunited, my friends. In the meantime, let us be thankful for the gift of this each and every day. You are the walking divine. Never forget that. You are the divine. Hari. Hari. Hari.
Thank you, Modiji. I'd like to invite Muthu. Ayya, be blessed by divine.
Yeah, this is Muthu. Let's start with the prayer. Artpuranjodi, Artpuranjodi, Thani Parangaranai, Artpuranjodi. So I know Siva for last 5-6 years. So Siva connected with me with full divine. I used to listen in 2014-15 Thirumandiram from YouTube. The course was dispersed by Ram Ramasamy. He is from Chicago. I don't know. I didn't have a connection right now with him. He used to discourse Thirumandiram around like 85, 88 chapters. Each chapter is like a 45 minutes. I used to listen while driving to my work. So one day, like he stopped giving that discourse back in 2014-15. I don't know his name, I don't know his number, email ID, anything. So I was so eager to listen the next episode, 88 or 89. So I used to search him in the Google, where this guy lives, Ram Ramasamy. The Thirumandiram was given in the Tamil. So I was so fond to listen the next episode. So I searched him, his email, phone number, then I found his phone number. And I called him, sir, I was so immersed with your knowledge of Thirumandiram. Why did you stop that Thirumandiram? So immediately he was explaining his personal things and other stuff. And also like during that time, I used to listen Vedadari Maharishi because I don't know anything about sky. So all I was looking for some kind of knowledge and like connecting to this world and universe. So Vedadari Maharishi notes and videos, audios was given in the YouTube by someone. I used to listen like 50, 60 episodes from Vedadari Maharishi. So I used to talk to him like a couple of times about Thirumandiram and Vedadari Maharishi. Then like I asked, like, can you please continue your Thirumandiram? And then like by the time like he gave the contact information of Sridevi. You live in Virginia, so please reach Sridevi. She knows much about Vedadari Maharishi and like a Sky Foundation. So suddenly, like after a few days, like I called Sridevi. She said like, yeah, we are a Sky Foundation. I was not aware of anything about the Sky Foundation. So Sridevi was introduced by him. During that time, 2015, 2016, I created a own organization, non-profit organization, Empower the Minds. I was like emphasized with the knowledge, and at that time, like even I was raising my kid, 5-year kid and like 9-year kid. So much parenting attention needed for the kids. So I used to read a lot of books about the kids, and when I was reading several books about the kids and parenting, I found like if I'm missing all this information, definitely many parents would be missing same kind of information. So immediately, like within like a few months, I started the organization called Empower the Minds. During the time, it was called Empower the Kids. So when I started that program, there are like 5-6 kids joined in my program. And then like I don't have space in my home. I was living in an apartment. I don't have enough space in my home to teach the kids. So again, like I don't know how I was connected with Magati. She lives in Ashburn. So she offered me the space in her basement. During that time, like again, like 30-40 kids came in my class. I remember clearly. Magati's mom, I think like she is like very close to Siva. Kalpana, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, Kalpana, yeah. So she introduced me Siva, and same time Sridevi was also introducing Siva to me, because like you are like you both are like having the same mindset, teaching the kids. Why not you can connect to Shiva? So Sridevi introduced Shiva. So immediately within like few months or few weeks, I met Shiva, and like we were discussing about the empower the minds, empower the kids, completely like about the kids empowerment and the kids, how to raise the kids, and also like same time the parenting information. So that's why like Shiva connected with me completely with the divine. There is no connection between Shiva, came from Thirumandiram, Ram Ramasamy, Sridevi, and then like Shiva came to my life. So we said like, why not we can run this program? So Shiva said like, yeah, I will give all the information what I have because you are also doing the same thing for the kids. So immediately we joined together and we ran the Empower the Kids, Empower the Minds program for 2 years continuously. Every Saturday, 4 to 5:30, 1.5 hour program, 2 years. We stopped like back in 2019, the program, but like I think Siva was continuing his program, but due to my family situation and work, I couldn't continue that program. I used to give like some tips over the WhatsApp. So during that 2 years journey, Shiva with his vast experience and knowledge, he gave like he gave like several things to the kids, practical knowledge, and kids were so immersed with this knowledge. And like even I was started learning from his knowledge, from his vast experience and knowledge. Even like in my home, we used to have my wife Meena is here. We used to have a spiritual conversation. She used to ask me several questions about the spiritual universe. I used to clear her doubt, and suddenly she stops me and says, "Your answer is not convincing me. I will talk to Siva because he gives me the simple answer." That's how the Siva is like connected to our family. So we go to Siva's house, and like my wife Meena asks like several questions, universe questions, divine questions, spiritual questions to Siva, and he used to give like simple answer with simple term, with all the smiling, full-hearted. That kind of person, Siva, we are losing. It's a great loss for us and for this world. The one thing I want to say and conclude, many people talk, few people only lead their life, what they talk. I have a quote in my WhatsApp also. You should not lead if you are not following that thing, what you are saying. Otherwise, it's like it's a faking around the world. So Shiva is one of the person who spoke and who lived in that life. I know from my heart, I know, because only few person can do that thing. And Shiva is one of the person who spoke, who lived what he spoke, because that is a truth. There is another quote called "Life needs truth." Truth is essential in our life. If you are faking our word for yourself or others, that's 100% false. There is no purpose and there is no what he spoke. And definitely we are missing Siva. I'm very, very grateful to Siva and for his vast experience and knowledge who gave to our program, Empower the Minds, Empower the Kids, and several kids who benefited from that program, and even my kids and myself. So I will not never forget Siva's and his contribution to this society and to this world. Shiva will not go away from my heart. Definitely our prayers and my support will be there for Shiva's family all the time. And Shiva will definitely help us and shower all the blessings to this world and this universe. Arparanjodi, Arparanjodi, Thani Pengaranai, Arparanjodi, Valga Vayagam, Valga Valamudan.
Thank you, Athaya. I would like to invite Kishore. Yeah, be blessed, be divine. Jagadish Ayya is there.
Welcome, madam. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, Ayya. Be blessed, be divine.
Okay. Thank you. Shivakaru, as I fondly call him, was one of the divine connections that came into our lives. So I'm fortunate that we kind of co-lived together for some years, and all the time that we could spend, whether it is sky sessions or acupressure sessions or just the divine connections, the few families that we were together then. I think just 2 or 3 characteristics of Shiva that I want to share. I think everything that he read or he watched, he had very good memory. He would quote quotings from Swamiji or several spiritual leaders, spiritual saints, like he was saying it. So I have a poem that he recited. This was probably to wish one of our friend's daughters, but his words were so simple, and he probably wrote lots of poems. I hope somebody has collected all those poems that he wrote. But here is one I want to just read out. that Shiva had sung, as well as it was in Tamil, so he translated it because so I'm not very good in understanding Tamil. So this was his English translation of the poem he sung for wishing one of our friend's daughter. So you are a flower brimming with divine energy, manifestation of many blessings. Blessed are you, as you are part of many satsang and holy experiences. May you shine as the beacon of light, guiding the teens to Vedadrin shore, leading your peers away from the traps of modern world and anchoring them safely in Veda abode. So this was a poem that Shivagaru shared and sung. This was February 15th of 2018. I think there are many more memories and that we have, but I would like to give others an opportunity to share their experiences and the way they, I guess, spent their time with Shiva and the kind of memories they have. Thank you all again for giving me an opportunity. All gone. Be blessed by the divine.
Be blessed by divine. Thank you. Next one, I would like to invite Kishore. Aya, Kishore Garu. Be blessed by divine.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
So we know Shiva for the last 3 years through the Sky system. So he was the master who initiated me, for the foundation course. So I still remember we used to have the Sky sessions at Master Sri Devi's house, and he used to take great care and then attention. So when he interacts with the practitioners and also confirming that we had everything that is needed in order to validate our understanding. So there are several teachers that we come across in the world, right? So there are teachers who will provide you the instruction and simply, give you the chance to absorb. But here, in my opinion, our friend Shiva, so he always confirmed that whether you understood the philosophy or the concept that he taught us, or the session was discussed, and then he will feel comfortable. So when we, developed good relationships, I still remember. So we purchased a new home in the year 2018, and we invited him for 2 occasions. So one was the retreat that we organized when Kalpana Amma came and visited Washington, D.C. area. And the other time, we also had Ravindra Nayyar do a silence program for us in Virginia. So we had great opportunities. Both times he would come and then greet all of us and assist, any which way I wanted. I could confidently text or call Shiva, and he would provide me the guidance. So he may not always answer the phone immediately, but it's almost a given that he will get back to me later in the night or the next day. So I would be being a new homeowner. So even though we had lived in a previous house, so this house, is a vastly different atmosphere altogether. So my wife, would ask all kinds of questions. So these are all very, very ordinary questions, looking for a good plumber, all kinds of things. Shiva would patiently explain to us, give us confidence, make us feel comfortable, and always the loving, expression that he showed us, it will last in my mind forever, for the rest of my life. We also had very fond memories in 2018. So we all visited Seneca Falls. So this is in West Virginia. So he gave us a ride because ours is an electric car and it doesn't have a good range. So he gave us a ride in his minivan. My entire family traveled with him, and there were so many good exchanges. In the night, he gave us a beautiful lecture. So this was a personal trip, but he ensured that we all there were, I think, 4 families. We traveled together, and he gave us a beautiful sky gazing session in the night, outdoor, with children and all of the family members together. So very next morning, in spite of having traveled for so much distance from here to there, and then doing all the session in the night, so he was the one who was constantly sharing his thoughts, sharing his ideas, sharing, giving chance for other people to, ask questions, give advice, and give feedback. Very next morning, 4 a.m., I cannot really believe this. 4 a.m., he made sure that all of us quietly, without disturbing any families that are sleeping, assembled in one of the friends' rooms. This was a resort that we stayed at, and we all did a meditation along with him. So such is the dedication, the commitment that he had for Vitatriyam. So I really miss him. We have had some interactions with Chandrika Amma. It's a great honor to have contacted you, Amma. So you gave me chance to ride with you once to the hospital in Pennsylvania and once here in Iowa, Fairfax. So all of the family members, and I'm really thankful for giving me the opportunity to be in contact. I mean, we are not gone anywhere, so we are here to assist you, provide you any kind of guidance, whether it's children related or any other family issues or financial questions or concerns. We are here to discuss with you and provide any kind of help for both Tanav and Kirtana. They're both very, very loving children. Amazing. So I have had such great interaction. I mean, Shiva used to be so close, just like other people had said. He was very close to even to my son. So we organized a sky event in Fairfax, Lotus Temple, and at this event, he observed each and every child that performed on stage. And he would personally come up to the child after the performance was over and then greet them and then discuss with them the chart that they had developed, the design for the presentation, and each and every aspect, what they learned. So that was the amount of connection that he, left for each and every person that he interacted with us. So I really feel very honored. I will miss him a lot. Like other people said, his services will live in all our hearts, in all our interactions forever and forever. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah. Next, you would call Shiva's daughter, beloved daughter Kirtana. Be blessed with you.
I'm so happy I'm my daddy's daughter, and he came and he's very nice to me. He took his time to teach me many, many things, and it'll always be in my head, and he'll always have that smiling and calm face. And my Amma asked me, how can I stay in this world without my Appa? And then I remember all the things Appa wanted me to do. I know when he was there that he asked me that if I could like Bharatanatyam, if I could like sing Vallar songs, I would say okay, maybe. And now I think about it, and now because of him I want to do those stuff. So I sit down and I think of him. And I used to hate the dance class. I used to say it hurts my leg, I don't like it, and he would be very sad that I wouldn't like it. And now when I do dance, it reminds me of him, and I'm able to do anything when anything reminds me of my daddy, I can do it. Like singing the Vallar Pata, I can feel that Appa will be very proud. I got like list of things for me to do and make him be proud of me. And when he left his body, I realized he told me this lesson when I was little kid, that we don't actually leave the world. The soul leaves the body, and the person is still there. The body is just empty. And when I was a kid, I'd say, oh, I don't know what that means, but okay, now I understand what that means. I imagine he's sitting next to me and watching me, and I imagine I tell this to Amma lots and many, many times that he's not gone. And now I don't cry anymore. And I kind of I imagine him, he's watching me, and I don't cry. And I remember so many amazing memories. And I'm so lucky to have like a Valalar as my father. And I feel like I'm very, very, very lucky to have him. And I won't cry because I'm thankful for that. He was my father. And I'm thankful that I was able to spend as much time as I can with him. And Darwin is the only little boy and got to spend only 2 years with him. And now I'm pretty sure Appa wants me to take care of Darwin and give him the love that he would have given Darwin. So I can't sit down and cry when I realize that I have a brother and a mother who I have to take care of and be my daddy for them too. And I know that Appa would have wanted that. And I'm from Appa, so I can be like Appa. I might not sound like him. I might not look exactly like him, but I'm from Appa. And I can feel when he is talking to my mother, saying that he is there, that he's coming into me and saying those things to Amma. And he's coming to all these beautiful people who came and sat down today, and he's bringing them here, and he's taking care of everyone. Even though you can't see him, I can feel him. He told Amma that he would come home, but did he say physically? No. So he's coming here, and he's probably sitting next to us and watching us. And I'm very, very, very happy to have as a Valalar for my Appa. And I won't ever, ever cry about it, because I'm very fortunate and lucky to have him. So whenever somebody reminds me of Appa, I always smile. And I think about the times and how lucky I was. Maybe when Appa was still, like I could see him, I didn't know. But it's just a normal Appa to me, and I was lucky to have him, and I love him. I could tell him anything, even my lies, whatever bad things I did, I can tell him, and he won't yell at me. He won't even get mad. He won't do anything. He'll sit still, and he'll be calm, and he'll tell me very simple solution. This is why he was like someone I could tell anything to. He's like my problem solver, my best friend. Like whenever I would get mad at him, he would be very silly and funny to me. He would never get mad at me, ever. That means I could tell him anything. Maybe when I saw him at his funeral, I would get sad because I was so attached to that body and that soul being together. And it was I was so used to it. So I would cry and I would tell him what I'll do in the future. But now I realize when I don't see that body, I realize that Appa's still here. It's just how I imagine. I imagine he's like invisible. He's sitting here and he's like a Valalar watching me. And I can't see him. That's okay, but I have my imagination. Actually, I had a dream, very special dream that's always going to be close to my heart, where he was in the hospital, and when his body couldn't take it anymore, I could see some light coming to him and taking his soul, coming with that light and going into air. And after that day and after that dream, I didn't have, it's all blank dreams, nothing. I can't see anything. So I know that message, that after that dream, it's all blank, that's a special dream. And I'll always remember it. His stories, I write it down and I'll never forget. He's a very funny man. makes lots of friends, is calm, and he's like everything, like a god for a father. And I'm so thankful that he's my father, and he has so many lovely family and amazing friends that came here, took their time to tell thanks to him. And he's such an amazing father. I won't cry because I'm thankful that he's there. Such a kind Appa that he doesn't look for himself first. He looks for other people first before himself. I don't even know how he does that. Before himself, he looks for other people to take care of them before his health. And he'll make sure they're okay, then he'll go back to himself. Or he won't even go back to himself. He'll keep making sure that every single person is okay. And he has always this smiling face, and he's taught so many lessons to me, and I wrote them down in a notebook, and so many stories with those lessons, just like those Valalar stories, Ramana Maharshi stories. He even has his own stories, and I can't wait to share those stories to the world, and I can't wait to share my father to the world. And I'm very proud he is my father. If I want, I can cry and let it out. But right now, I'm not crying because I'm happy that you all got to meet him and you all have so many memories with him. And I'm so happy that you do. And I stopped crying and I realized this. And there's more things in the world that my father wants me to do. One question: how can I still live without my father? Well, he's so many things that is uncompleted that he would have wanted me to do. I have to finish those things. Life's too short to go and cry. And I have my long, long life. It might be short for me, but I have to go and quickly finish those things. Build his homeless shelter, become very good dancer, and I have to do those things. I might not have lots of time in this world, but I think that I'm fortunate to even be in this world. So I can still complete those for my Appa. Thank you everybody for your time.
I don't know any words to say. Divine is speaking to us. That's what I can say. Be blessed by Divine. Such a strong kid. Even adult cannot have this kind of strong words. And speaking for more than 10 minutes. Be blessed by Divine. Thank you. I would like to invite Chandu.
வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வளமுடன். It was a great honor to be with Shiva. I was looking at Maharishi's videos, and I was an aspirant, and I was searching where in Virginia will I get anywhere, how can I get initiated, how can I learn about Maharishi more. And then I got some contacts, and then I contacted Mr. Sundar from New Jersey. He gave me contact of Shiva, and then Shiva, like, he added me to the email list, and then he was like a big brother and like a great disciple of Maharishi. That he was a great disciple of Maharishi, and then he founded the center, and he helped all of us to get the Maharishi's teaching. It is a great loss for us. But one thing I would like to say is it's not giving someone food, or it's not giving someone clothes, or someone giving money, but the great boon that anyone can do is make him come to an higher path, make him give the exact knowledge. That's what Maharishi did, and Shiva was the continuation of Maharishi in Virginia and for many of us. So I would like to I would like to bless all their family members to be strong. And it was a great pleasure to be with Shiva and others. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. I would like to invite Senior Professor from Alia, Rajshekharaya, few words.
Be blessed by the divine. So it's really, there is no words. Is that audible?
Yes, sir, yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. So really it is hearing about Shiva did not give tears, but his daughter really, she made and inspired everyone just what his father is. Really, there is no words to say. She proved it, and she gave us a great lessons to us. And she taught us a lot of things. It's not just she took from your travel from Valalar, the base, his father. Only a few days we were with him when we visited there. It's really, it's a great soul and a lot of efforts he took. But he taught us one thing, as Tirukural says and many other gurus says, the karma, which plays a very big, important role in everyone's life. The pain which he went on for 1 year is really, no one can try to experience that, because he is the only one person who would have known the full of that pain. We all know that it's even if we get just headache or fever, how much we cry, we scream, we expect many other people to support us, so many things. It's just 1 year. It's really his soul would have longed, wanted to depart. So nature made that for him to relieve, because his body could not get back what he wants. But his daughters really, they will make it. The karma's effect, whatever we do, we all, I know that it's long back, Vikram, and everyone, they just very strongly, it's how many days and chanting and so many things, all the messages, we've seen that. So many things it's tried, but beyond all that, positive forces, vibrations which we created in this universal field, but beyond all that, something, the karma, which was so strong, the nature's decision made that to happen, that karma to come. So that way, his karma played now, but sure, his good karmas, what he earned, you can say, it's not that it's he brought. In his lifetime, he earned a lot of good karmas. Just from this people, all what so many people said about good of him. So everything is that good karmas which he earned, everything is now is going to work through that. His daughter is really will make that to happen, and we will take these lessons from him, that the karma has a power to play anytime and anything it can do. But what all we can do is that we will do good and good as much possible, which will be a real thing where we can make the departed soul happy. Is that the lesson which he left for us? We have been with Swamiji and saw that it's people crying for Swamiji when he depart, and we also did. But now, after that, I'm having the same effect, that feel when all the people talking about Shiva. It's really Same thing like that, the same instant in 2006, March 28. 2006 is just coming in my mind and making that feel. So it is something like this Siva soul is just wanted by Maharishi and this Vallalar and great souls. So he is going to be one among them, and also sure he is going to guide us through his daughter. It's proud of her daughter, and I'm sure we can follow her. Thank you, Kirtana, and you made your father today. It's very proud. Thank you. Be blessed by the divine. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
All good, Maya. Well said, Aya. Was soul in Vitrasa, and Valalar will guide Kirtana to achieve what Shivas want to achieve it. All good, Maya. Let us go for Atma Shanti, Senior Professor. Atma Shanti. After Atma Shanti, everybody is dismissed silently. All good.
Down.
Shall we start?
Yes, I have. All good. We'll start.
Be blessed by the divine. Before I start the Atma Shanti meditation, of course, we could see in Kirtana that whatever he is yet to accomplish will be done through her. In fact, even at this time, when he's physically not there, through Kirtana, he's taught us so much. She says she won't cry, and that made us all cry. So we have to go a long way to have that courage and that detached attachment. Kirtana, you are much beyond your age, because that is how you were born with, and you have been taught by your parents. We are extremely proud of you. The way even as a small kid you used to take care of your naughty young brother in child, we could see that you are meant for such bigger and bigger purpose. Thank you all so much. Our heart goes to Chandrika ji and the other child, because this girl seems to have overtaken all those, has come beyond all those sorrows. Okay, now we'll do the Atma Shanti meditation. Some of you may be new to the system. So throughout, what you can do is think of all the good things you have received from Shiva, which is of course unlimited. So think of and have all the good thoughts about him, and then think that his soul should merge with the universal field, with the universe. And others who have taken up to Turiyatitam can follow the instructions. Okay, we are going to start and get ready. All of us will close our eyes, and those new throughout the meditation will be closing our eyes and think of all the good things you have received from him, and think that he should become one with the universe. So with this, we are going to start the meditation. The atmosphere around us is purified by the divine power. The atmosphere around us is purified by the divine power. The atmosphere around us is purified by the divine power. The divine energy descends upon us. We are all being purified and blessed. The divine energy descends upon us. We are all being purified and blessed. The divine energy descends upon us. We are all being purified and blessed. May the divine power protect us, guide us, and lead us in all our activities, day and night, in all places, at all times. Salutations to Mother. Salutations to Father. Salutations to Guru. Atma Shanti meditation. We start the meditation at Agnya Chakra. Turiyam. Dwadashangam. Now visualize Aruniti Shiva and link yourself with that. With the soul. We are now going to expand to the entire universal field. Moon, Sun, with Sun as center, go on expanding to the entire universe. May the soul of Shiva merge in the universal field. Absolute space. Be blessed by the divine. We come back directly to Turiya and meditate there. We are concluding the meditation. Spread the energy over the whole body. May all the family members of Shiva get over this pain and live in peace. May all the family members of Shiva overcome this loss and live in peace. May all the family members of Shiva get over this pain and live in peace. Be blessed by the divine. May there be peace within us. May there be peace around us. May there be peace in the whole world. Peace, peace, peace. We gently rub our palms and fingers, pass the energy over the face. Raise your hands, take a deep breath, exhaling, bring your hands down. We just conclude the Atma Shanthi meditation. With this, we calmly disperse. Be blessed by the divine.
Wow, thank you for patiently taking.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, all the organizers.
Thank you.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.